Okay, so over here is the new Land Cruiser FJ. It's actually a lot smaller than the FJ Cruiser that we all know. Yeah, it has boxy styling as you would expect. The wheels are 18 inches. It comes with all-terrain tires. You have these aggressive plastic moldings on the fenders. You have a steel stepboard, it looks like. Yeah. And I'm not sure if the snorkel is stock. Let's see the under chassis. It comes with a steel skid plate to protect the under chassis when you're off-roading. So double wishbone front suspension as expected. Rear suspension is... The rear suspension is a rigid axle suspended on coil springs with track bars and trailing arms. It has a rear differential lock and a limited slip differential at the front. Let's check out the interior. Yeah, it's a very utilitarian looking interior, mostly hard plastics. Oh, it's actually soft touch. You have leather wrapped seats. The passenger seat is manually adjustable. You have a manual e-brake. You have a rear differential lock. The top-of-the-line VX variant comes with leather seats, a power adjustable driver's seat, a 12-inch infotainment screen with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and it also comes with Toyota Safety Sense. The lower TX variant comes with fabric manual seats, a smaller 9-inch infotainment screen, and it lacks safety sense. Okay, no rear air vents. Here's what it looks like behind the second row seats. Cargo space with the second row seats in use is 765 liters. The new Land Cruiser FJ is actually based on the new Tamaraw. But before we talk about the similarities and the differences, let's first hear a word from our sponsor. Introducing the AtoSport Mobility Scooter. The world's most innovative mobility scooter. It folds into a small suitcase size and it has wheels so you can move it around like a trolley. It separates into two parts. It has leather seats and grips, an illuminated LCD dashboard, enhanced lighting for extra visibility. You can install optional armrests. It's perfect for seniors as it's easy to lift and unfolds in seconds. It has a maximum speed of 10 kph, shock absorbing flat free tires, high ground clearance, advanced braking system, be free to travel anywhere, land, sea or air. It has 20 kilometers of continuous driving range. Engineered with flair, designed with passion for performance. Be active, be free, be yourself. AtoSport, moving life. If you're thinking that this is a direct replacement for the much-loved FJ Cruiser, it isn't. In many ways, it is a very different vehicle. For one, it is significantly smaller in every dimension. It is built on Toyota's IMV platform, the same platform that underpins the Tamaraw. And once you know that, some of the shared components become easy to spot. The front fenders look similar, the dashboard has a similar layout, and the air vents look very similar. But don't make the mistake of thinking that this is simply a Tamaraw SUV. There are enough differences to separate the two. In a way, the Land Cruiser FJ sits somewhere between the Tamaraw and the old FJ Cruiser rather than being a direct successor to either. Unlike the FJ Cruiser's V6 and unlike the Tamaraw's diesel, the Land Cruiser FJ gets a naturally aspirated 2.7-liter 2TR-FE 4-cylinder, producing 165 horsepower and 245 Nm of torque. What it lacks in power, it tries to make up for with off-road hardware. That comes with a limited slip differential, a rear differential lock, and 245mm of ground clearance. Now, we don't have the official approach and departure angles yet, but judging by the short overhangs, they seem to be quite good. And there's the price. At 2.34 to 2.57 million pesos, the Land Cruiser FJ is generating plenty of discussion. And I suspect that the conversation will only get louder once people start comparing spec sheets. The interior doesn't look or feel premium, and 165 horsepower from a 2.7-liter engine isn't going to impress anyone on paper. But I also think that this is one of those vehicles that isn't meant for everyone. Much like the Jimny, it may look expensive to some, yet still find a loyal following among off-road enthusiasts, overlanders, and people who like the idea of a rugged, highly modifiable SUV. Anyway, what do you think? Is it priced too high? Is it worthy of either the Land Cruiser badge or the FJ badge? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching. We'll be uploading more videos from PIMS 2026. Subscribe to be updated.